ain't going through traffic, so you all know what it is. I'm just gonna stream doing traffic, make my way through it without fussing and punking and arguing with folks. I was watching a clip this morning that my sister had posted of TD Jakes. I love TD Jakes. He always got some good messages, and it was kind of timely because I had some thoughts on my mind, and often you try to handle a situation in a Christian manner. And he spoke about a lot of things. Sometimes it may be you in certain situations that are aggravating the situation. Maybe you're not handling the situation the correct way. But he didn't really speak about what do you do if you are handling the situation the right way, or you feel you're handling the situation the right way. You've taken it to God, and in my life, I found God to say sometimes you've done everything you can do. Okay, be quiet. Let me take it from here. A question I'm always battling with is how do you, I'm trying to find the right words to put it, how do you accept the apology that's never been given? Somebody wrongs you, does something to you, and they never really apologize about it, and you try not to make it a bigger issue. You try to go past it or whatever, but you notice it becomes a pattern. Maybe they're a habitual liar. Maybe they aren't even cognizant of the things that they do and how they affect people around them. These are things I think a lot of us may deal with in our walk as Christians, and it's great. We can go and we can search the Bible, and we can find a text for that situation, and we can pray about it. But at certain points in times, we may be required to just let it go and resolve it in our own spirit, in our own time. Now it's different for different people. If it's a friend doing that, it may be easier to let go of that friendship. If it's a spouse doing that, that may require some more difficult, honest work. You may really have to look into that mirror and say, okay, could I have done this? Could I have done this? But it's according to the situation. We often wonder why women stay in abusive situations where a man is beating them. And I don't know any scripture that really talks about you staying in an abusive situation where your life is in danger. That may be something that you really need to get out of. But just like there's physical abuse, there's mental abuse. There's people with low self-esteem, and they may be with a person that's constantly tearing them down more, and they stay. I'm trying to think of another situation that there may be a situation that you're with a person that has never really experienced love on a level that you're trying to get them to, and they can't receive it because they've never had it. And so we put expectations on people and put them in positions of being loving when they have not received that love. And then you just got some people out here in the world, they just want to live their life the way they want to live it. As long as they happy, it doesn't make a difference about your happy. There's no accountability. So when I talk to people about marriage and stuff like that, I say, no, when you say I do, you've said I do to everything. You've agreed that this person means the world to you. You've asked God to bless this union, and you've said that you're not going to be out here being deceitful and running the streets and causing havoc and all these other type of things. You're going to be honorable in your marriage. But once you bring deceit and dishonor to your marriage, That's a hard thing to fix if you can't be honest about it. That's both men and women. If you do some things, you have to be able to be honest and say, hey, I'm sorry about that. I truly apologize from my heart. Not because you're arguing at me, because you're fussing at me, not because I'm trying to get past the argument. When you do wrong in a relationship, no matter how that person reacts to it, most people react kind of, I don't want to call it aggressively, we're kind of pissed off if they find out their spouse has been cheating. This is a natural reaction. Maybe it's not the best reaction, but what reaction would you expect the person to have? If you're punching on your wife and then you're upset that she's not trying to be bothered with you, what type of reaction did you expect? If you're beating your kids instead of talking to them, trying to get to their mental state to straighten them out, and they behave on the opposite side, what did you respect? It's a lot that goes into this life that we live, that we try to live, and sometimes you can find these pockets of peace. And that's my main thing for the most part, just finding some peace. Back in December, when I was in the hospital for a week, a lot of times you ain't got nothing to do but talk to God. And I've already was not an argumentative person. I may debate you on some things, but I'm not going to argue with you. That's not my spirit to argue with people. But then there are people that's their spirit to argue with you. My resolve is always, I'm going to let you talk to Jesus about it. If we're not coming to an understanding, or I see it's not even getting close to any type of understanding, then I'm going to let you talk to Jesus about it. Pray for me. If you think I'm wrong, then you should pray for me and ask God to touch my heart and deliver me from whatever you feel I'm going through. And I'm going to do the same for you. What's that saying? Let go and let God. Believe it. Deuces 2 times. I'm at my shop. Happy Wednesday.